Okay, it's been a heck of a long day. You've been outside working in the sun, and you just want to shave. You just want to relax. So you're going to use your Henson and this blade that's been used 3 times before. But what's the deal with this suspicious looking baggie and unnamed substance therein? Well, it's a soap sample. It's a high-end soap sample. This is Barrister and Mann Eigengrau. So you still use creams and you've got plenty of sterling soaps, but you've started buying some of these, what would generally be considered higher end soaps. Barrister and Mann, Tallow Steel, 345 soap, Talbot shaving, the list goes on. The problem is these high-end soaps have high-end prices, so you can't buy too many of them. So you buy 2 or 3, you spread out the purchases, but you like variety, and these things generally, if you have it, and if you were to use only that soap, it would take you a couple months to finish one. So what you do is you buy a couple that you know other people want. And then you start trading samples. And it's the perfect solution. I mean, you like variety, right? You want to try different things. You want to, not get locked into one soap for too long. So find a couple of buddies that have these other soaps that you probably want, and you start trading samples like you were a kid again. Trading Pokemon cards. Although in my day it was more like baseball cards. But whatever. I mean, you have what other people want, they have what you want. It's an old game. But anyway, time to start the shave. Right away you notice this soap feels amazing. It smells amazing. I mean, you kind of expected that based on what the soap was like in the bowl as you were lathering it up. Not too many soaps look that good in the bowl and on the brush. Which, by the way, was a new Badger brush that you got on sale. It's unmarked, but you got it from the Yaqi factory store on AliExpress. But anyway, you figure maybe you don't need to buy any more brushes. After that, you've got the 3 different kinds. Oh, wait, there's more than 3. People are buying horsehair brushes now. And then there's hybrid brushes. It might have synthetic and boar. It's like, it never ends. There's so much stuff to try. That's what makes this, you want to say it's a hobby. It's kind of more than a hobby, and you don't want to use the O word. As Sig Solo would say, we're not obsessed, we're dedicated. So yeah, you're pretty dedicated. You want to try a lot of different things. So let's not use the O word, okay? But anyway, this shave, since you wanted to enjoy it and just relax, you actually just decided to do a proper 3-pass. So like you're actually doing a real with the grain, across the grain, and against the grain thing. At least on your face. You don't do 3 passes all that often, and you hardly ever do it on your neck. But on your face, for this shave, you decided to do a real 3-pass. And it's feeling good so far. Right? Doesn't always have to be a fast shave. You don't have to be efficient all the time. There's nothing wrong with stretching out the experience and just enjoying the process. I mean, that's what this is now. It's not just shaving. It's something you do for yourself because it's relaxing, because it feels good, it smells good, and it just It feels like you're pampering yourself, and you never really get a chance to do that. So yeah, you know what? You work hard. You deserve it. Pamper yourself a little bit. Occasionally use a really high-end product and just stretch it out. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's a lot worse things you could be doing with your time. And to be spending your time this way, you know what? Some people might think you were kind of wasting your time doing all this, but no, it's not. It's, you know what? It's time for yourself. It's an investment in your, I don't know, in your self-satisfaction, health, well-being, mental health. Who knows? You could put all kinds of labels on it. But just now you realize that since you hardly ever do a proper 3-pass, you've forgotten which ways you should go. But this is the across the grain pass. And since the hair on your face grows in a bunch of different directions depending on where you are, it can get a little, complicated. This shave is a far cry from that first shave you did when you got this razor. And you've learned a lot about, not just your beard growth, but actual kind of skincare too. Like today when you were working outside in the hot sun, you actually put on sunscreen. You never did that before. You just sucked it up, and you ended up, half the time you ended up with a burn, and then you just had a horrible couple of days, and you but the thing is, if that happened now, you probably wouldn't shave because it wouldn't feel good. So you actually put on the sunscreen and you didn't get burned. You wash your face regularly, properly, and then you actually moisturize, all because of shaving. Sometimes you wonder, how many years am I taking off the aging in my face? When I'm 80, will my face look 60? And now, will I actually end up looking younger than I do now because I actually care about the condition of my skin? These are just things that you wonder about. You don't expect any of that to happen, but, it's got to be better than what you were doing before. You look back at, yourself a few years ago and you're like, wow, I was kind of a caveman. Anyway, here's the third pass, all against the grain. Still super comfortable, even with this now 4th use blade. And the thing is, this razor is just so trouble-free, so easy to use. Some people call it an autopilot razor. You don't really want to go so far as to call it that, because bad things still happen in autopilot. You should always be paying a little bit of attention when you're running this sharp piece of metal across your face. But ease of use, intuitive operation, these things count for a lot. And you're just going to assume that sound means the brush was very satisfied by the meal of lather that you gave it. Anyway, it should be. That lather's beautiful. And it has lots of good moisturizers and other stuff in it. So you're going to make the most of it. The stuff that's left, you're going to wash it. You're going to wash your face with it. And you're even going to leave it on for a little bit. there's good stuff in there. You might as well use it. And now with your alum thing, which is you almost use it every single shave now. Yeah, you feel absolutely nothing. Like, yeah, there's always a light, very light tingle, but the shave was so smooth and so gentle. Like, there's nothing more than that. It's a pretty dang good shave. Anyway, time to take the razor apart. Take the blade out, making sure to grab it only by the tab on the short end. Dry it off. You know, the better you treat your razor blades, the longer they'll last, the more shaves you'll get, and the better those shaves will be. So take care of your blades so they'll take care of you. And now it's time to mark up the wrapper. Just to let future you know how many shaves you've actually had with this blade. And then now rinse off the alum, because if you leave it on, your face really kind of itches. And you know what? Let's use a really good post-shave product. So this is a splash from Tallow Steel called Boreal. You love this stuff. It smells not just like trees, but like the forest, and the whole forest. It kind of smells like you roll around on the forest floor. So there's like, oh, there's woody notes, there's like sappy notes, evergreen, moss, dirt. It's all there. It's perfect. It's a perfect end to this shave. Yeah. So anyway, if you liked this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And maybe you'll even join me in reciting the 5 rules of shaving. 1 blade. No pressure. Quality lather. Deft hand. Be smart. This is the way. Bye-bye.